Sunday Igboho is back in the headlines, and this time he is sending a direct message to the federal government of Nigeria. He says if the government gives him official approval and support, he is ready to move into the forests of the southwest and drive out the criminal groups hiding there. That is a strong statement, and it has sparked serious conversations across the country. According to his recent comments, he believes the forests in parts of Yoruba land have become safe spaces for kidnappers and armed groups who target farmers and travelers. Many rural communities have complained about fear and uncertainty, especially those living close to thick forest areas. Igboho says he and his team understand the terrain very well. He claims they know the local routes, the villages, and the hidden paths. But this time, he says he does not want to act without the government backing. He wants official approval. This is interesting because in the past, his actions created tension between him and federal authorities. There was a major security operation at his residence some years ago, which led to his arrest outside Nigeria and a long legal battle before he returned home. Now, instead of open confrontation, he's speaking about cooperation. He says he wants to work with the authorities, not against them. Many people are asking, why now? The answer may be simple. Security concerns have continued in different parts of the country, including the southwest. Farmers have reported losing access to their land due to fear. Some local leaders have called for stronger protection in rural areas. Igboho appears to be positioning himself as someone ready to help, but only with legal support and coordination. Some of his supporters believe this is a bold and patriotic move. They argue that community leaders often understand local problems better than outsiders. They believe combining local knowledge with federal security power could produce better results. Others, however, are more cautious. They wonder how such cooperation would work in practice. Who would supervise the operations? How would accountability be ensured? These are important questions. One thing is clear. This statement has reopened the conversation about community-based security and how Nigeria can improve safety in remote areas. In many countries around the world, governments work closely with local vigilante groups or community watch teams, but always under official supervision. The key word here is structure. Without structure, confusion can happen. With proper planning, however, partnerships can sometimes strengthen security efforts. Igboho insists he is ready. He says he has the manpower and the courage, but he also says he will not move without approval. That detail changes the tone of the story. It shifts the narrative from personal action to requested partnership, and that is why this headline is gaining attention online. Now, let us talk about the political angle. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is also from the southwest. Many people are watching to see whether the federal government will respond directly or quietly ignore the request. Will there be a meeting? Will there be conditions? Or will the government insist that only official security agencies handle such operations? These are the questions people are debating. Beyond politics, there is also the emotional side. Many families living in affected areas simply want peace. They want to farm without fear. They want to travel safely. They want their children to go to school without worry. When a public figure speaks boldly about protecting the region, it naturally attracts attention. But let us think deeper. Security is a sensitive issue. It involves coordination, intelligence, training, and clear rules. Any partnership must follow the law. So if approval is granted, it would likely come with strict guidelines. That is something viewers should keep in mind. This story also shows how powerful headlines can shape public discussion. One statement has created nationwide debate. It reminds us that security is not just a government issue, it's a community concern. Everyone has an opinion because everyone wants safety. So now I want to hear from you. Do you think community leaders should be formally included in security efforts? Or should security remain strictly in the hands of official agencies? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Let us have a respectful conversation. And please do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us bring you more balanced and engaging updates like this. Hit the notification bell so you never miss any developing story. As events unfold, we will continue to monitor reactions from government officials and community leaders. If there is any official response or new development, you will hear it here first.
Now, let us look at what could happen next, because this is where the story becomes even more interesting. If the federal government decides to respond positively, the first step would likely be a private meeting. Security matters are rarely handled through social media. There could be quiet discussions between federal security chiefs and representatives from the Southwest. If any cooperation is approved, it would probably come with clear rules. There would need to be structure, defined rules, and direct supervision by official security agencies. No government would allow independent operations without control. So if approval happens, it will likely be carefully managed. On the other hand, the government could choose to remain silent. Sometimes, silence is also a message. Officials may prefer to strengthen existing security operations quietly instead of making a public agreement with a strong personality like Sunday Igboho. That option would avoid controversy, but may also leave supporters wondering what comes next. There is also a middle path. The government could increase collaboration with already established regional security outfits in the Southwest. Groups like Amotekun were created to support federal forces at the state level. Instead of direct approval to one individual, authorities may strengthen existing institutions. That would allow local participation while keeping everything within a legal framework. Now, let us talk about politics, because whether we like it or not, security conversations often connect to political strategy. We are moving closer to the next general election cycle. When public figures speak strongly about protecting their region, it naturally influences public perception. Some people may see Igboho as a defender of local interests. Others may see him as a controversial activist trying to stay relevant. In politics, perception matters a lot. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is from the Southwest, and many voters from that region are watching closely. If insecurity continues, pressure increases. If strong action is taken, confidence may rise. So any development around this issue could quietly shape political discussions in the coming years. But let us bring it back to the human level. Behind every headline are real families. Farmers who wake up before sunrise, traders who travel long distances, students who walk to school. What they want most is stability. They want simple peace. If cooperation between community leaders and federal authorities can bring that peace, many citizens would welcome it. If it risks creating confusion, people will hesitate. Another key issue is trust. Trust between citizens and government. Trust between security agencies and local groups. Trust between different ethnic communities. Without trust, even the best plans can fail. With trust, even difficult problems can improve step by step. So this is more than just a bold statement. It is part of a larger national conversation about how Nigeria can strengthen security in a smart and united way. It challenges the government to respond, it challenges communities to stay calm and law-abiding, and it challenges all of us to think beyond emotion and focus on long-term solutions. As always, we will continue following this story closely. If there is any official statement from the presidency or security agencies, you will get the update right here. That is why it is very important you like this video and subscribe to the channel right now. When you subscribe, you stay informed. When you like the video, it helps more people see balanced discussions like this. Now, I want to hear from you again. If you were advising the federal government, what would you suggest? Direct approval, strengthen existing security outfits, or introduce a completely new strategy? Share your opinion in the comment section. Your voice matters. And do not forget to like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss any major update.